what's up guys? Welcome to the channel, it's Adam with ND782. Today we got the CLS in the garage. So we had this car for about like a month and change now. Did quite a bit of pulls on it, having a lot of fun, but we're having a big issue right now. The ambient temperature is right now 50 degrees, 60 degrees that time in Florida right now. Sometimes 40 a little bit, but we're still getting, like we did pulls, like 8 or 9 pulls last night, and we're still going like 160, 170, 180 air intake temperatures. So well extreme above. And it's not even any higher boost. This is factory pulley. All the car has is just headers and the tune. So it really shouldn't be running that much. So what we got when we bought the car, it came with some free cooling mods for us. So we're gonna start putting them on. The stuff we did get was right over here. We're hoping this Eurocharge heat exchanger. Ooh, looks all pretty. Should be mounting up pretty easily, and this should drop some of the temps. We also got, we're gonna try to install today, this should be the Bosch, I think they're called 0110s pumps. So this should be a nice little replacement, and this will help out because I don't know, that pump might be going bad. We didn't fully test it. And then if we got time, we might split the cooling system and do a couple other things, but we're gonna hope nothing happen breaks really. And then we're gonna also go into Star and try to get the fan to turn on earlier. And then also with the bumper off and everything, we're gonna give it a good old once over to see if there's anything effing wrong with the cooling system or anything broke, because the car's not overheating, just going high intake temperatures. But, all right, we're gonna start knocking it out. All right, so we got the bumper off, and for people who haven't done it, because it did take us a little bit, it's really not that effing hard. It's gonna be, so you come on this side, you're gonna pop out, this is a torque, and then this will swing out, and it swings in, see like that? And that will remove from the fender to the bumper. We removed the fender liner and all that stuff, and then there's 2 bolts that connect it from here to here. Everything's basically 10 mils and then clips. And then you got the 2 that are over here. Ours were actually kind of a little bit broken, but no effing biggie. And then you got to remove the plug. So if you have the Partronic, I think that's what it's called, like we do over here. Instead of, it's routed all throughout, so this plug will come right out. So you just pop it back and then pull it, and then fog lights, and it comes out really easy. Once you've done it once, pretty effing simple. Just be careful with it, don't break anything. All right, so here's the factory heat exchanger, and then one of the oil coolers, and then here's the factory pump right here too. So it looks pretty effing factory and everything. This hopefully pretty easy to come off. We'll change all this out. I don't see no major clogs or leaks, or not clogs, but like debris blocking anything. So we'll just start gutting it. It looks pretty effing self-explanatory. So we're gonna start pulling it out. All right, so we had to get this part out. So one little word of advice. Here, Berto, hand me the bracket.
Let me see it, buddy.
Right there, right at you, right at you. So this one mounts up over here, and then these sit in it. So one thing to notice, they got a slot on them. That one's just all corroded up. But so what you're gonna do, you take the 10 mil off of that, and then you slide the secondary oil cooler out, and then just let that one hang a little bit. And then to get the actual intercooler out, all we did is I went under here, and right here, just push up with a screwdriver, and then they unsnap, and then swing it out. And then for us, we're gonna but block off these hoses, because we couldn't get to these clamps the other way, so we're just gonna slowly rotate it. There you go. And then I'm gonna pull them off, and then the old one should come right off. All right, so we got the old one out, and this new one's basically mocked up a little bit. You could see the huge difference just in like how much longer it is, and there's a huge difference in weight, or not weight, but width. But I think it looks pretty cool so far. You can definitely see it a lot better. And this one had a lot of effing sand in it, so get rid of that POS. And yeah, you see zip ties, see all that. It's just kind of like mocked up really quick. The thing I'm not a big fan about with this is a Eurocharge one, is we had to mount it over here. I think it's the PLM and the FabTechs. They actually have you take these 16s off and mount it there. And man, let me tell you, it's so much nicer because you're not like, oh, let me check this, let me check that. It goes in there pretty good. But we're going to throw more bolts in there, or another set of self-tappers once we get it more perfectly done. But now we're going to start pulling out that pump. Not bad at all. All right, so now we're going to throw the new pump in. So this is the old one. It's, unless I'm reading this all effing wrong. So this one should be a 003. And the new one, bam, 010. So that's the new Bosch It's the old one. It's supposed to pump a lot more than this one. And if it doesn't, this is still brand. One's new, one's old. So we're going to start transferring all the stuff over and throw it in. Alright, so the pump's in. Pump's pretty effing easy to do. Literally, it's just the clamps over here, 110 mil, and then the connectors in the back. And as you see, it looks pretty nice, I think. From the Eurocharge thing, another issue we had with it, the factory clamps wouldn't go on. They weren't open up wide enough for basically where the buckhead was, so we went and threw a couple of these on here. They should hold. Now the next step, what we're going to do, fire up the car, look for any leaks or nothing, and then we're going to work on bleeding the system. So to bleed it, we're literally going to take this little port off right here that goes into the intercooler, and then put it right back over here and just let the whole system run. And I don't know if you, this car used to get so hot, it's still effing warm right there. So we're going to run it and then do a couple tests. But all right, Berto, go fire it up real quick. So this will be a nice little cold start. We got our bucket there and look for leaks at first. That's really what we're doing right now. And then we'll start testing and measuring stuff. So we're probably gonna go into Star and turn this on so we can actually get it running. I know this looks kind of ghetto, but we got the pump rigged up with the bleeder and everything like that. And we're just getting it to bleed all the air and all that rigmarole out. And how I did it, just literally through Star. I can turn it on and off. And we're gonna try to make sure we get all the air and all the water circulating through. And then I got Bert over there constantly filling it up. But yeah, you can see how much like it's kind of going through pretty good. Bumper all back on. Not bad, not bad. The car is definitely still high up. We got it on the high modes when we drive through the grass. But not bad, not bad. I think it looks pretty effing cool. You can actually see it pretty good. Doesn't hang low, nothing's coming out. Not bad, not bad. Ugh, a little bit of a issue with the bumper, right? Nah, not bad, but you don't even see that from up here. And once the car gets to full height and dropped even lower, I think it looks pretty mean. Looks pretty center to me. Not bad, not bad. So we're going to go take it for a nice little test drive and go check all the temps. All right, so we already did 3 or 4 pulls with it. We're at 105 temp with ambient being at 68. So night and day effing difference. We're going to do some more pulls. I'll show you some more videos. And it's before we were, like even last night, we were at 180. 160, 170, 180 at like 40 degrees out. So it's definitely better now. Yeah. All right. Wow. No. All right, so we're in the car. We just had lunch. So we ain't driving around for a lot. And even right now, we're at 100 intake air temperatures. And then cooling's pretty effing normal. Nothing too extreme, but 70 out. So we're gonna do 1 or 2 fast pulls in this little part of Mexico and just watch air intake temperatures and going. So that time, if you saw, we hit like 120, it looked like, and then we're like literally dropping. We'll cruise around a little bit, it's still dropping. Before we would go up to like 180, 160, 180 and all that stuff and just stay there. Now we're dropping all the way back down. And I think that was what, like a 20 pull, Berto?
20, yeah.
So we did a 20 pull to a good speed limit that is factory and allowed on these roads. And we spun pretty good. So not bad at all.
Spun all the way like 45.
Yeah, so we did a 20 pull and we spun all the way up. Were you in first gear or second gear? First gear. Not bad. So far, pretty good. As you can see, it's even dropping even more. And it's still a sunny, effing hot little day out over here. But we're going to go drive around a little bit more, check everything out. Hey, guys. Hope you liked the video. I'm now sitting at home chilling and all that stuff. And the CLS is definitely pulling a lot harder. We're going to probably put the pulley on next or do a couple more maintenance items. Maybe mess with the intake and a couple other things. But, geez, those parts made a night and day difference where now the supercharger isn't shutting off or nothing crazy like that. And the air intakes are just dropping. I will say one thing. I have installed a couple of the other, like, the DDK and a couple of the other heat exchangers. And the Eurocharge one was a little bit of a rough install just because nothing was all perfectly there, but it wasn't bad. It gave good results, so I can't really complain anything, and it was effing free for us. So, hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and the like button, throw a comment, whatever like that. And there'll definitely be a lot more with that CLS coming to the next videos. And the Death Card's coming back. And the CLK, we'll see a lot more things to try to get more grip out of that. But, talk to you guys later.